Aloha friends, I just had a conversation where I talked a little bit about boxing, and some of you may know or may not know that I used to do Krav Maga. That's actually what got me out of the music world and into the fitness world. So we're just gonna do a fun movement snack based on some head work and footwork, and then we're going to do a finisher that has similar for our guts and butts. So nice and simple. We're gonna go stand 2 feet together and just take a decent step forward. At this point, the back foot should be on the ball of the foot, and your front foot should be flat but not heavy, so springy, able to move at any point. And we don't need to really worry about getting hit in this exercise, but for fun's sake, let's put up our dukes and let's just go knuckles to cheekbones, just to remember. It's a really good habit when you're starting to remember the cues of keeping them up here. And all we're going to do is make a semicircle or a U where we come under and then up. And that same U shape, you can imagine like something was coming straight down the middle or something was coming over your head, but we're making that same U shape back. So under, 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 under. At no point ever going to like stiff leg lock out or any type of stiffness, but exploring that looseness. And then, once you've done it one side, you might feel really natural that way. Try it the other side and see if you can get an equal result. You can play with speed as well as depth, as well as how dramatic you make the motion, coming bigger and making a bigger U and a bigger U. And just getting comfortable in that base, staying balanced no matter where your weight is shifted. And after you do, let's say, a minute of that, take a little rest and do another minute, you're warmed up for our strength movement. Our strength movement that we're doing today, we're going to do what's called, some people call it a sissy squat, some people call it a Hindu squat. The idea is that we're going to be squatting, giving you a side profile in a way where our knees bend, and once those ankles run out of range of motion, then the heels leave the ground. We come down, we might come all the way hamstrings to calves and then come up. You might make that squat lower with control and then come up. So we're going to do one Hindu squat, which focuses mostly on the muscles on the front of the legs, and then go hands behind the back and then do one hinge. Come back up, sissy squat, come back up, hinge. And you're gonna do a set of 10 of those. We're gonna do 3 to 6 sets of 10, depending on how you're feeling. The difficulty here comes in how slow you go and how deep you go on that very knees forward squat. If you don't like it, calling it a sissy squat, which I think is referring to Sisyphus and his pushing the rock, the boulder up the mountain, and has nothing to do with manliness or not manliness. And the name Hindu squats, it helps to have a little history behind these things, otherwise they sound a little, I don't know, crass, not up to 2021 standards. But the Hindu squat comes from the Indian wrestlers who would do those in like the thousands, and they would also do like a downward dog, dive bomber, push-up type movement in the thousands to develop their strength, because they had a really good way of getting really strong with just their bodies. The other complementary movements, since we're talking strength history now and I love strength history, they would do a lot of rope climbs and partner carries and things like that, and occasionally when they had money for resources, they would make these club type things to do movements like that, or single arm movements like that. And again, they would do these in pretty high reps as well as their wrestling to get strong. So that is your strength history that you didn't ask for today, but I really hope you tell somebody what you learned today. Now, back to our guts and butts. We've taken it full speed. We're going to do 4. I'm going to do 2 for demo's sakes, but you're going to do 4 of the absolute slowest bicycle crunches, going as close to elbow to knee as you can, and then transferring through the middle. Imagine you did 4, and then you're gonna do 8 super fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you're gonna pop up, and you're gonna do 8 of the drill that we did in the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to do 16 bridges. 1, 2, all the way up to 16. And we're gonna hit 4 to 8 rounds of that. So just to recap, 4 super slow bike crunches, 8 super fast bike crunches, 8 of the duck unders, the movement we did in the beginning on both sides, and then 16 hip bridges. 4 to 8 rounds of that. I hope you have fun with that one. I certainly had fun thinking it up. Thank you to the person who reminded me of those days of Krav Maga. Peace, friends.